Hello friends, welcome to HR Garden. Friends, this is an orchid which is called Paphiopedilum or sleeper orchid. This is not an epiphytic orchid, this is terrestrial. This orchid produces a long lasting beautiful flower. As you can see out here, this is the stalk of the flower. Last year it has bloomed and I did not remove this stalk, so thinking that I'm going to collect the seed, this stalk is still out here. Very interesting thing about this orchid is produce one stalk, and I have seen only one flower from one stalk. Flower may be different color. This year now it's not going to bloom from this plant. This plant will produce another plant. Now it will bloom from this part and it has produced another plant also this part. Now from I'm going to get two stalk from here, one stalk this time, and from one here another stalk. So now this mother plant is not going to bloom this year. This is very easy to care orchid, but it's very difficult to get this orchid. It's quite rare. So friends, today I am going to this orchid can be grown in low light. It can be placed anywhere where it gets bright indirect light. Direct sun burns the leaves. Indoor, you can keep it in a west or a south facing window which does not receive direct sunlight. As a potting mixture, we can use bark, we can use sphagnum moss for the orchid, or any well draining potting mixture for this orchid. We have to make sure that potting mixture is well draining, fertile and full of humus. Here I have used perlite, sand and leaf mold. Do not use the potting mixture that holds the water, and like other orchid, do not keep root of this orchid outside the potting mixture. This is terrestrial, its roots need to be inside the potting mixture. Water this plant when the soil completely dries up. I water this plant very rarely. Do not overwater this plant. This plant will stay without water for a long time, but overwatering causes root rot. If air around the plant is dry, keep the plant little bit moist every time. Some amount of humidity is needed for the plant, so you can keep soil little bit moist, but it should not hold the water. If it remains wet for a long time, its roots are very delicate and gets attacked by the fungus, and finally the plants dies. If the air around is very dry, we can even use the humidity tray. This plant does not require too much of fertilizer. We can spray liquid diluted fertilizer once in a 2 month during growing period, and twice in a year we can give them a compost. We can propagate this plant by division. You can divide these fans. Now the smaller division will not going to bloom, so it will take time to grow, and as it become mature it will start blooming. Common problem in sleeper orchid is root rot due to fungus. Sometimes you may see the spot on leaf like this, so it is also caused by the fungus, so you need to spray fungicides. Plants need some humidity to survive, but we have to make sure that soil does not stay wet. If soil is soggy, then it causes the fungus attack on plant and finally the plants dies. You can easily grow this plant indoor in a low light also. When it blooms, it looks amazing. Other time also, with this leaves, you can see the plant looks so beautiful. I'm going to fertilize the plant and I'm going to report this plant in next video. So this is it for today, friend. Take care of yourself, keep gardening, like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching HR Garden.